Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome in to the Crypto Logic Podcast on another iteration of the show. Now, today is going to be a little different, man. We're not going to be bringing you guys any news per se. We're going to be discussing with you what you could do if you had $1,000 to invest in a crypto right now. Now, we do have to give a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. This is just what we would do if we had $1,000 to invest in a cryptocurrency right now. Now, I guess I'll start off. So I guess when you have, $1,000 by any means is not a little bit of money, but it's not like a lot of money, in comparison. So due to the amount of money that we have to establish a base. Now, a base is basically just what majority of your portfolio will be in. So say like, for me personally, I would either go with Ethereum or Quant. Those are going to be my base. So I would choose, I'm leaning more towards Quant because like right now it's going on a tear. I think it's up like 27%. By the last time it was like a week ago, I think it was like trading at like $70.
Yeah.
And now
that's when I got in.
I missed it, bro. I was buying too many dips and I didn't have enough to invest into it. But right now it's currently at $172. Now, if you're watching this, that is not something where we're saying for you to jump into it. Don't FOMO into this project. You really need to understand what Quant does and what Quant is in order for you to feel comfortable putting your money into it. Because at the end of the day, we don't hold a crystal ball. We don't know if the coin's going to go up or the coin's going to go down. This is just what we're investing our money into. All right. So just take it as entertainment purposes only. All right. So my base is either going to be Ethereum or Quant, and I would put minimum of $500 into that. Now we have to kind of hop into the altcoins, and in the altcoins, I would probably go 250 XRP, and then I would go into, I'll probably put 150 into VeChain and then $100 into the Graph. Now, if I didn't do VeChain or the Graph, I would probably, let's see. I really like ADA. So theoretically, I would put 250 into ADA as an alternative, because ADA, I feel like will have a higher chance of a price appreciation than something like a VeChain or the Graph, because ADA is, if you really understand what ADA does, it's basically like Ethereum 2.0, basically. So it could potentially yield higher returns rather than VeChain and the Graph, just because VeChain has to get mass adoption in order for it to reach the levels that Cardano or ADA doesn't have to really reach in order to price appreciate. So first scenario would be 500 into Ethereum or Quant, 250 into XRP, 150 into VeChain, and then the other one $100 into GRT or the Graph. And then the second scenario would be the same two, which would be Ethereum or Quant, and then XRP, and then 250 into ADA. So John, if you had a choice of $1,000 right now, someone said, look, bro, here you go, $1,000. What would you put your $1,000 into?
Well, right now, like if you're looking at it right now, my base would be either Ethereum or Quant. I'm going to lean towards Quant because Quant's going to, like you said, the entry barrier is a lot more. You can do a little more damage. You'll actually own one.
Right. You have the potential to own it.
Yeah, and then you have a full one because Ethereum you're gonna get a fraction of it, right? So I would put 350 into Quant, or Ethereum. That you can't go wrong, but I would go Quant. 350 into Quant, you own at least 1.5, maybe 2, depending on if you buy it at the right time.
Right.
So honestly, you might own 2.
Possibly. If the price
you own 2. Yeah, you own 2 because it's like 176 right now. 170 something.
Let's see. Quant QNT is
it's at 175. You'll own 2. You'll
it
be close to 2.
Actually even went up since we been
talking. So like I would put Quant as a base, and that's gonna be the one that can push you further. We have 350 into that, and then I would put 200 in XRP. because you got to have XRP in your portfolio.
Gotta have XRP.
And
Even though it's going through the lawsuit, it's fine.
Yeah, and the next one will be VXV because VXV is trending really, trading really. It's doubled already in the last week.
What was it?
VXV, vector space. It has to do with AI
VXV.
technology. They partner with the Air Force.
Okay, yeah, they're up 7.1%. Okay.
Or they partner with Microsoft. I'm sorry, that was DAG. They partner with Microsoft. They do with AI technology. So they're continuing to rise. It doubled in the week, and it only has 50 million tokens. There's only gonna be 50 million tokens in existence for vector space, which is why Quant is also really good because Quant's only gonna have 14 million tokens. So Quant, XRP, 350 in the Quant, 200 in the XRP, 200 in the VXV.
Okay.
I'd put 100 in the DAG, which is a layer 0 blockchain. It's amazing. They partnered with the U.S. Air Force. So
Constellation.
yeah, I really like them. It's like 22 cents right now, but last week it was less. But they're see, DAG transitioned from Ethereum. They were originally created using Ethereum. Now they're on their hypergraph
Blockchain.
which is the last one, HBAR. HBAR uses hypergraph technology for the blockchain. So I would put 150 into HBAR. And HBAR and DAG are at the same price right now. So that's why putting $100 or $150, you kind of get a good amount to start off on.
Let's see. If the current price, if you put 150 at the current price, you get about 600.
That's pretty solid. So it's a good HBAR, you probably get the same. HBAR's like at $21 cents right now. So that would be my 5. 350 in the Quant, 200 XRP, 200 in VXV,
Okay.
100 in the DAG, and then 150 in the HBAR.
Perfect.
So
Okay. Hey, man, that's solid. That's solid.
yeah, that would be pretty dope. That's how I would start my portfolio. That would be your portfolio would grow. I could see Quant being that base that will appreciate so much that you'll be able to make $1,000 and get your initial investment back from Quant itself.
Right.
That will take out $1,000 back out for you for all the money that you put in for the other ones. That's how
Yeah.
powerful I think Quant is gonna be.
I hear you. I mean, Quant is a good base.
If you own two, and it gets to $500, $600, you can probably pull out $1,000 at that point already. Yeah, you would be able to.
You definitely would be able
You'll be able to pull out your initial investment and let the other ones ride.
Yeah, so basically what John's talking about is pulling your initial investment, so your house money, right? And being house money is always great in a coin because
I hold.
what happens when your house money is you initially pull your initial investment, so you're not theoretically you're not in the coin anymore. If it goes to zero, you don't lose anything. But if it goes up and appreciates, you literally gain everything.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of being house money. Now, being house money, if you don't have enough of that token, it doesn't make sense, right? If you only have 2 Quant, it doesn't make sense for you to like basically cut your thing in half just to only have 1 and then
I'm just saying, I wouldn't sell. I would hold. I'm just saying if you're really tight on money, what you should never do is invest money that you or use it for your rent or you need back or anything. But if you did, if you wanted to gamble and you did, if you're rent, then yeah, okay, fine.
Right.
Quant would be the safe bet to where that's gonna make your money back to where you can pay your rent, and then everything else just let those ride. But I would say if you had $1,000 where you didn't have to pay back right away, just hold those. I think those will pay off a long time. That will be a strong foundation to build your portfolio around, because you want to have a broad fundamental portfolio that's long horizontally, and then those will scale vertically for you as they appreciate.
Right. Now the goal with this $1,000, man, is this not something that we're telling you so that you can get rich tomorrow, right? These are tokens that we believe in that will honestly allow for you to grow within the years to come. Now, the current market caps are what they are. Now, in order for the certain tokens to reach the prices that we think they're going to hit, it would need significant increase in their market cap. We do understand that we're not under any like weirdness where we're like, oh no, but you guys do have to understand that market cap is not the end all be all, right? With all these multi-billion-dollar companies, if you just go down our videos, we literally document all these billionaire companies, trillionaire companies, all these asset firms that are putting billions and billions of dollars.
They pump the overall crypto space market cap.
They're pumping so much money in. I mean, even look at Michael Saylor and MicroStrategies.
Yeah,
dude, look at any of his interviews. They haven't been profitable until they bought Bitcoin.
Teslas look like that too, and it's like excuse me, the rich, the elites, the wealthy, they know that the money that they have is useless in fiat. So
Right.
they usually put it into assets. That's the number one thing about financial literacy that everyone needs to learn when they start their journey of acquiring financial literacy. You learn that in Think and Grow Rich, Rich is a Man in Babylon, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You learn that when you have money or capital or cash flow, anything like that, you
Right.
always need to get assets and allow your assets to pay for your liabilities. And the liabilities is what makes you spend money and makes you lose money. Assets is what makes you gain money and earn money.
Right.
So the rich and elite, the wealthy, they put their money into assets. They buy houses, they buy real estate, they buy land, they buy
Sometimes
stocks, cars, anything that can appreciate over time and that they can
Watches is
flip.
a big
Yeah,
thing now.
jewelry, anything that can appreciate and increase what they bought and increases their value of what they originally bought it for. So stocks, let's just use stocks for example. They put their money into stocks. Crypto is the next thing for them to allow them to say, oh, this is another avenue where we can put our money.
Correct.
But I believe, I don't know if Mike believes, but we believe that with regulation finally coming in at some point in the next few years, it will allow these rich, wealthy, elite people to comfortably put their money into digital assets. Because right now, because of XRP being the catalyst right now with the lawsuit, they're worried that, okay, if I put $2.8 billion into Ethereum, who's to say the SEC doesn't sue them? Who's to say if I put $10 billion into Cardano, the SEC doesn't try to sue them?
Right.
It's
too much uncertainty.
So,
and they don't they don't know the rules around the regulation.
there's no clarity. So there's
Makes sense.
There's rich people putting money into there's trusts, venture capitalism, capitalists. I mean, it's the same thing.
It's the same
Venture
thing.
capitalists, asset managers, trust funds, all these banks, all these large companies and corporations are taking these rich people's money and investing it for them, and they're investing it through the bank and through the institutions.
Right.
So if you notice, that's always Bitcoin.
Always Bitcoin. Is the top, yeah.
Ethereum, and then Bitcoin Classic, Ethereum Classic, chain like you see these the top 5, top 10. But imagine in the world once XRP gets its clarity, whether they win or lose. But let's say they win, and it says, okay, that sets the standard of, oh, you can't sue for any of these tokens as securities anymore because they're all doing the same thing. And then you go after the ones that basically are securities, the rug pulls, the non-utility ones, the ones that have no purpose. Those are all gone. It's gonna shorten from 5,000 cryptos down to like 2,500, 1,000 cryptos, whatever, like a smaller amount.
Whatever
of
that number might be.
Now, instead of seeing articles about, oh, Bank of America is allowing their investors to invest into Bitcoin, and now they're gonna add XRP, they're gonna add Cardano, they're gonna add, you're gonna see all these large banks and corporations allowing their customers and rich people and regular people to custody their crypto into more than just the top 5. It's going to be like a lot of them. And that's how I view the market cap of crypto going from a 2 trillion, 1.5 trillion market cap to 2 trillion to 10 trillion, 15 trillion, 20 trillion, and so on and so forth, just like the stock market.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, man. And honestly, with the regulation,
the ETF's not even out yet. The Bitcoin ETF, which is an exchange trust fund, something like that. Like,
I think it's a trust. I believe it's a trust.
I know what an ETF. I just can't think what it stands for. But ETF is basically having a Bitcoin trust fund where you can invest into it, and it's basically like a pot. So you're allowed to invest into it. You're not like going through a intermediary to invest into it and everything. You're just putting it into a fund.
Right,
like
so you don't have to have your own wallets. And
yeah. It's just
it takes.
I want to put $1 billion into Bitcoin, and this place will do it for you, and then they like put it into a trust fund, and it's like, oh, it's more than one person involved in it. It's like
it's kind of like in the stock market how they have what is it? Vanguard stock?
Yes, exchange traded fund.
Yeah, so it's like Vanguard for the stock market, where it's just a bunch of companies that are all in one, and then you just put your money into that, and then it invests it for you. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, we're still learning about this as we go.
Right.
But it's stuff that I wish personally I knew back in high school, because I would have got started in high school. Every money my first job at 18 years old,
I mean,
I would have been putting.
This type of stuff wasn't taught in high school.
Yeah, imagine how upset we would be right now. We have put money into to Amazon in 2011, 2010, Apple,
I mean, but
Verizon,
you got to
AT&T,
realize,
Coca-Cola, all the blue chip stocks.
you got to
$20 a
realize
week.
that this conversation that we're having with you guys and with ourselves every single day is that, you know, the FUD that's around the crypto space, like you can't go anywhere without hearing on the news about, you know, some hackers want to get paid in Bitcoin, or they want to get paid in, you know, cryptocurrency in general. Or you'll read the news and they'll say like, oh, you know, Bitcoin dropped down almost 20%, you know, and it just scares a lot of people away. Like they feel like, okay, dude, if I have $1,000 I'm going to put into something, how do I know it's not going to go down to $200 tomorrow? In actuality, it could, you know, if you buy the top, it could. Now, you know, we have a philosophy that we didn't create or anything. We didn't reinvent the wheel.
Quant just jumped up to 184. We made this video showing you guys it was at 175.
Sheesh.
It popped up to my on CoinMarketCap. It's at
it really?
184 right now. Yeah.
Holy cow.
That thing is
jumping.
pop.
But going back to what I was saying is, you know, it's not something that a lot of people are so comfortable with putting their money into, because as it stands right now, there's no regulation. What you are your own bank in that sense. So, you know, if you mess up on like your wallet address and you change one number, that's gone forever. You can literally never get it back. So it takes the responsibility out of other people's hands and it puts the responsibility in your hands. And a lot of people don't want to take that responsibility, and they don't want to take that accountability either. So, you know, I get it, man. I honestly do. When John first came to me, telling me I needed to get into crypto, I was skeptical at first too, man. I was like, look, bro, like I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. And he was like, all right, man. Hey, all right. You gonna miss out. And, you know, if I would have really listened to the narrative that everyone was pushing, I probably would have missed out 100%. I wouldn't have got in on Dogecoin when we did. I definitely wouldn't have got in XRP or any of the other tokens that I'm currently in. So, you know, they have a saying says scared money doesn't make money. So you just have to take a leap of faith, man. But it's always better to do your own research when you do take that leap of faith. Because me and John, we don't have a crystal ball, man. We don't know if quant will continue to go up or if it will go down to zero tomorrow, though we don't believe it will. But that's just our narrative, and that's what we believe because we've done the research to know exactly what quant is, what it's meant to do, and everything like that. And that's why we started this channel, to help create generational wealth, but through the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you the information so that you say, maybe these guys are onto something. Maybe they're not just two best friends just talking about crypto. Maybe they're really onto something. And that's the narrative that we want you guys to have. You know what I'm saying? We want you to say, okay, well, if they believe in it, maybe we should look into it and see what they're talking about. Why they have the narrative that they do. Why did they choose this as their base? Right? Also, if you guys are new to crypto, or maybe you're not, maybe you just want to be around like-minded people, we do have a Discord, which we started. It actually launched today.
Yeah.
So
fully launched
if you guys want to go into that and be around like-minded people and, you know, talk about crypto, your favorite cryptos, or ask questions about crypto if you're not sure about it, join the Discord, man. That's what it's for. Where me and John are always in there. If you guys want to talk to us directly, if you have any projects that you think we should take a look at, we can definitely do that. Just, you know, hit us in the Discord and let us know. Also, if you're new and you want to get into a crypto, but you don't really want to use your money in a sense, or maybe you want to have like some play money that you can kind of play with, I would suggest using the links down in the description. We got Uphold, which will allow for you to get some free Bitcoin. So depending on how much you actually deposit will depend on how much you actually get. But say you deposited like $100. Now this is a theoretical, so don't take it as verbatim, but say you deposit $100 and say it matched you equally and you got $100 in Bitcoin. Well, technically you would use the Bitcoin as your free money that you can use to invest into certain tokens. And if that ends up yielding a positive result, then you can pull the profits and do your research to find exactly what you actually want to invest in. So you can look at it that way. Now that number is fictitious. It's probably not going to happen. You're not going to get $100 worth of Bitcoin, but I just want to give you that kind of understanding so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. And the second one is going to be crypto.com. I really enjoy crypto.com. John really enjoys crypto.com as well. And if you sign up through our link, you will get a free $25 that you can use to invest into whatever you want to, man. So it's actually a really good deal, man. And I hope you guys do take us up on that offer and kind of go from there, because on this channel, man, like I said before, we're here to help you create generational wealth, man. That's what we want to do. We want to give you the information that no one else is giving you. We're not going to sit here and tell you, oh, this coin can go to the moon and invest into this one because it's going, tomorrow. It's not what we're going to do on this channel. We're going to bring you the news. We're going to give you understanding so you can have that understanding. We don't want you to believe anything we say. We want you to do the work, put in the work so you can say, all right, I found this token from these guys, but I did the research and found out I really enjoy this token. So I feel comfortable putting my $1,000 into it. And if you have that philosophy and that mindset every single time, you can literally never lose, and you can literally never FOMO into a project just based off some person on the internet saying, oh yeah, you can, get into this one because it's going to go crazy. And then you get into it, you buy the top and it dips like 40%. You know what I'm saying? So always do your research, guys. We're always going to preach that. We're never going to tell you to get into a coin, though we will talk about coins that, like John stated earlier when we were talking about quant, it was at $175. Now it's at $183. Old me probably would have FOMO'd into that, bought it at the top, and then who knows, 2-3 days from now it might go up to like $200, and then it might drop all the way back down to 110. We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. You know what I'm saying? And the way we do our technical analysis is we just dollar cost average into projects, man. We're not those type of investors that look at the chart and like do the MAs and the what is that thing? Fibonacci retracements, and we're not looking at charts all freaking day. We don't got time to be doing all that, man. I'm gonna keep it stacked, man. We don't got time to be doing all that. And if you listen or watch other channels that do that technical analysis, it will freak you out. Like, I don't know if I want to really get into crypto if this is what I have to do in order to make money. And it's just simply not true, man. If you honestly do your research and have the mentality that you're going to be into this type of investment for a while, then you shouldn't really care what the price is. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds like I kind of contradicted myself in that sense, but it made sense in my head. But we really do hope you guys found some value in this episode. If you did, man, please let us know down in the comment section down below, man, because we chose 5 tokens out of how many tokens is there? 5,000 or whatever. There's a lot of tokens, man. You guys let us know if you had $1,000, what you would put your money into. Write it in the comment section down below, man. We're really interested to know. We listed out a couple of gems, and from our personal experience, we believe that they're gems, low cap gems, and that potentially could yield some good profits. But that was just a couple of them. There's hundreds of them, and you guys probably have those 100 that we can look into. You know what I'm saying? So give us some suggestions in the comments, man, and we'll kind of go from there. All right. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless. Be safe. Peace.